Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my... I was going to say Mass Effect again because for some reason my brain automatically translates ME to Mass Effect. I've just conditioned myself to ruin these intros for no reason. This is Mirror's Edge Catalyst. My brain is apparently that brain on drugs from that old commercial that Bill Hicks used to mock. I don't know what's happening, guys. I cannot not say that this is Mass Effect. I'm obsessed. But it's not. It's nothing like Mass Effect. Doesn't take a scientist, doesn't take a gamer, doesn't take anybody. Hell, my mother could tell you this is not Mass Effect, and she thinks games are played on boards on tables when you're children, which is grossly wrong because my mum's quite savvy, but it works better that way. This is Family Matters. It is one of the missions of this game. We're moving towards the end of this game, and it's one of my favourite missions in this game because it enables you to do a lot of really nice freeform movement. And most of it is guided by the waypoint, so you don't have to figure out a lot of these paths yourself. You can get some fun-looking paths just by being creative. And this first one, if you do the hold left bumper on this glass, you can actually jump up to that balcony and do even crazier stuff here. But I decided to come down the lower bit and completely mess up by getting shot, because I'm a high-level Mirror's Edge player, and you should all worship me. But hop over there, wall run to this sequence, and just completely skip all the dudes with the guns, because it's just... Why would you fight something that is that miserable? I don't understand, personally. But up onto this platform, run past that guy. You can probably run to that bottom area and jump directly onto that back wall, if you're good enough, or if you can manage the jump correctly. But I end up going around here. There's a slide kick. Here's another jump coming up. But this is one of those levels that I'd love to replay this level and find a super sick way of doing it. Because I know it'll exist. Because that's the joy of these games, you improve your lines, you improve what you're doing, you get hooked on this guy because the soft lock's annoying sometimes, and you can't run away. But hop over there, onto this piece of modern artwork, over onto this rush hour structure, and then continue wall running until you're on the next sequence. And I really like this section because it's simple but it's fun. But in the last video we were talking about this fanaticism of the open world. How every game now, to prove that it's got balls, for some reason decides to chuck open world in its core concepts, and it dilutes what the game does well by doing something that it doesn't do well. And very few devs actually do open world all that well because it's not about being the biggest, it's not about being the shiniest or the prettiest or the tallest. It's how you fill your world and how you make it tick, and that's what a lot of them seem to forget. So one of the biggest controversies of this game is that they've given you the city to do all this parkour with, but most of it's completely pointless. There's nothing really to do in the city outside of these tertiary side missions that are all just extensions of things you do in the story. Pick up this parcel, take it to this place very quickly, do this to go here. Solve this environmental climbing puzzle, and don't get me wrong, some of them are great, some of them are fun, and if you like the movement you can have hours of fun here by chasing scores and chasing leaderboards. But when you think open world, it brings this preconceived notion of variety, because these open world games usually have a ton of bullshit that doesn't need to be there, because that's what they're known for, and Mirror's Edge brings nothing of that. So whereas you could complement it for its simplicity and its focus on its central core tenets, everybody who's come to expect open world thinks of shit like Far Cry and GTA, where you can go and watch Ricky Gervais do a stand-up if you like him, if you want to waste an hour. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can go and do superfluous tasks and hunt shit and make a wallet that then turns into grenade launcher ammunition from the hide of an elephant and all kinds of weird, goofy shit. You're not going to find it here, and if you're of the generation that's, looks for that kind of stuff in everything because everything's doing it, just look at Watch Dogs, just look at Assassin's Creed, everything's got crafting now, everything's got this carrot on the stick, evolutionary progressive systems. All of them are using these same tenets and these same archetypes, and they're doing them in interesting and different ways, which are contrived now because we've seen them so goddamn much. And then you come to Mirror's Edge, where it does its first attempt at an open world like this, and then it fills it with silence.